Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. A friend of mine today sent me an audio clip, not an audio, video clip, and told me, Kevin, share with the bold viewers about this clip and what do you think was the message? This is the clip of the gentleman you are seeing here, Irungu Kang'ata. While speaking in Siaya, he spoke some very heavy words that caught the attention of many. So let's listen to Kang'ata here.
You have attended and convened many meetings since you became the president of this country, but this is one of your most important meetings you have ever held in the Republic of Kenya. Your Excellency, the blood that runs in me as a Kikuyu is the same blood that runs in a Luo. The people of Luo Nyanza deserve development in the same manner the people of Central Kenya deserve development. Central Kenya and Rift Valley will never develop until Nyanza also develop. Rift Valley will never develop if Luo Nyanza is not developing. And today's meeting, you have come to give the people of Luo Nyanza the hope you are part and parcel of this government. Your Excellency, if you have a position you are planning to give me, I'm happy to remain as the governor of Murang'a. Give it to a person of this region. Your Excellency, I'm contented to remain as a small governor of Murang'a County, but ensure these people get recognition and their share of this government. We never made an application for me to be born as a Kikuyu. We never made an application. I just found myself being born in Central Kenya. And therefore, being born in Luo Nyanza should never become a disadvantage to you. And you have come here to tell you, the people of Luo Nyanza, President William Ruto will visit you today, tomorrow, forever. He'll always be coming here. Because we believe in a united country. We believe that Kenya is one, and we as UDA, we shall ensure and fight to make Kenya remain one united country.
Irungu Kang'ata's words were very powerful, very deep, cryptic, and well thought out. So, he's saying that, look here, no one applied to be born anywhere. And he's sending a serious message. As of development, he's saying that if you have something that you want to give me, give it to these people. The truth of the matter here is that things are not good, and President Ruto went to Nyanza for legitimacy. As far as it was packaged as development tour, I want to agree with Prof. Manyora, who was saying that there's nowhere in the Constitution that is written that president is supposed to dish out development. There is well-laid constitutional structures on what is to be done. So the guise of president said this, president said that is normally used just for political merit, but that's not how things are supposed to be done. But because of our politics of optics, we have to take it that way. Irungu Kang'ata said no one chosen to be born anywhere. And that is a line I normally use to debunk. I normally debunk a narrative here. There is a particular trend that when things are not going on well, especially in the mountain and the Rift Valley, then we tend to laugh at others, saying that, okay, because you voted for the president, for President Ruto, and now things are not going on your side, I see that kind of perception coming on. And I normally don't appreciate it because, guys, whether you voted for Ruto or not, when Ruto fails, all of us fail. Saizi, a good example is Hustler Fund. Hustler Fund is just for you to have your phone. It doesn't matter where you are. The framers, or rather the concept bearers, Hustler Fund, there is no they're saying that you can only borrow it when you are in Central or in the Rift Valley, anywhere. And when we are crying about the loan limit, that it's not enough and people are not doing businesses, all of us are talking about it, whether you voted for president or not. the fact that Hustler Fund is not working, is not effective as to the target it was supposed to serve, does not mean only one area. So that's what it is. This Irungu Kang'ata is one of the closest allies of William Ruto. And during last year, during the campaigns last year, in fact, it was believed that Ruto funded part of his campaigns. The advertisements even in the media. And Kang'ata Barua was the face of Uhuru Kenyatta rebellion when he wrote that letter to the president telling president that BBI was not going to send him out Kenya and the mountain was slippery. So by that time, he is a man that enjoys some very close ties to the president. But despite of that, he normally doesn't accompany President William Ruto in many of these events, even the ones in Mount Kenya. You will just go and scroll the photos and you will not see him frequenting William Ruto's functions. So that function that he attended in Siaya, I may be wrong, but I feel President made a call, decided to put a call to him so that he would go there, and he was the only Mount Kenya leader that spoke in that event, apart from the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. So he was not part of this. Remember, in Homa Bay, Irungu Kang'ata was not there. Even though the Homa Bay event was, in terms of the level of it being state function, I think it was 80% state function, then 20% politics. But in Siaya, the Thanksgiving ceremony was 80% politics and 20% development. In fact, those things are not development. I want to agree with my friend who says those things are just promises. As to whether they're development, it's a matter of them being done and seeing how. But as we talk, those are just promises. In fact, William Ruto has just been giving promises, and those promises, media is capturing them as developments. They aren't development after they see developing the people, developing the area. I don't see. They've not been done. So, Irungu Kang'ata attended that event under strict patronage, or rather by permission and invitation of President William Ruto. May be wrong on it, but he was the only Mount Kenya leader. And remember, that tour was very important. I saw people trolling former President Uhuru Kenyatta saying that Uhuru needed a handshake to go to Nyanza, and Ruto did not need more of that. So it had a lot of stakes. People are looking at how Rigathi Gachagua going to cut out himself there because he's been the face of hate against the Luo community and that. And so I see some three narratives that President Ruto wanted to debunk. And that's why he dispatched Kang'ata to tag along. Kindly subscribe to our channel. I want to say thank you very much. Thank you from my heart for those who support this channel, for those who contribute. Also, I think some people will start sharing my number maybe, but those who contribute to this channel in a special way, those who share these videos, those who also give feedback. I might not respond to everyone, but also I like feedback because they are very constructive. This politics, so there is a lot of side taking, but we try to listen to all feedbacks. And so in February, we believe that we're also going to review our content further because YouTube is also evolving. Guys, William Ruto wanted to debunk Rigathi's annoying stand that Ruto loyalists should be rewarded first. That's what that statement says. That Ruto loyalists should be rewarded first. That's one thing that that gentleman wanted to speak. That it's not about us. And that's why he's saying, when he's saying that I am contented to be a small governor in Murang'a, he's not saying about, he's talking on as a Luo, because to the people listening there, is a Kikuyu. So he's saying that it's not about rewarding first. Let's give, and the best thing that you can do to this country is unity. From where Rigathi Gachagua is seated, this might be judgmental, but I'm also just judging from his latest political statements. His unity is that of Mount Kenya and Rift Valley. That's the definition of unity that he has been practicing in public. And that is why he's Irungu Kang'ata is speaking about it. And I can tell you that it's a consistent approach, because even before that, in Nairobi here, William Ruto had spoken saying that I don't want any other person to interfere with other people's work. Second, a narrative is that government is divided in terms of vote that you give. You know, it's not very annoying to hear very powerful people in government saying, but because tulijipanga na kura, sasa hata sisi tunaangaliwa kwanza. You know, that will be it. That's the other narrative that Irungu Kang'ata statement debunks. That it's not about the people of this region. It's not about us. We need to unite the country. And lastly, there is a wrong perception that Luo is a hostile community. No, that's not it. I think if you ask Rigathi and President Ruto, you'll know that Luo is not hostile community. And people are getting shocked. Personally, I was also shocked. Even me, I was shocked. I didn't expect it the way it was. Rigathi Gachagua, who has been abusing and trolling Raila even after elections, was welcomed very well. No one heckled him. If it was back then in the days of how people would actually think, Rigathi would not have spoken there. Yes, would have been heckled. Nothing would stop them anyway, because again, you can't kill them. But the Luo community is not what people pretend, or what has been sold out there. Watu wa kung'oa reli, watu wa sijui kung'oa nini. Those things were political stereotypes. In my place, if you were to visit my place, my home, you will be welcomed. Kwanza, mgeni akikuja, hey, I'm telling you, it's something very special. So that's it. And I believe that the message is home. Forging forward, every region deserves a stake. The truth of the matter here is, the 5 people that Rigathi Gachagua paraded in Homa Bay as Luos that have been given jobs, that number is ridiculous. ATPS moja na cabinet moja, and no. Hiyo hapana. Let's meet in the next.